Namaste! Grand Rising Big Cat Water Signs. Welcome or welcome back to Big Cat Astrology, Big Cat Wave, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising. The planetary hot topics to add to your almanac over the next 7 days. On the 28th of August, Venus in Virgo is in opposition to Neptune in Pisces. This transit is challenging, with Venus in detriment in Virgo. You might find it difficult to see things clearly in relationships or finances. Be cautious of idolizing situations or people, as it can lead to disillusionment. Take the time to reassess your values and what truly matters to you. Avoid making significant decisions in love or money until you have a more clearer picture. On the 29th, Venus enters Libra. This transit is harmonious as Venus is in its domicile in Libra. You'll likely seek harmony and balance in your relationships. Focus on creating beauty and symmetry in your surroundings. Resolve conflicts with a diplomatic and fair approach. On the 30th, the Moon in Leo sextiles Venus in Libra. This transit is favorable, boosting creativity and social interactions. You might feel more inclined to express yourself and share your ideas. Engage in projects that allow your unique talents to shine. Strengthen relationships through enjoyable and light-hearted activities. On the 31st, the Moon in Leo transits and it's emphasizing self-expression and leadership. Take the time and confidently showcase your talents. Engage in activities that highlight your creativity and individuality. Lead by example and inspire others through your enthusiasm. While enjoying your moment in the spotlight, be mindful of others' needs. On the 1st of September, Uranus goes retrograde in Taurus. This transit encourages introspection as Uranus's retrograde prompts reflection on past changes. Reflect on the transformations you've experienced and how they've shaped your life. Reconsider areas where you've resisted change and explore new approaches. On the 1st of September, Pluto's retrograde enters Capricorn. Pluto's retrograde in Capricorn marks the final time it will be in Capricorn during our lifetimes. This transit will last until the 19th of November 2024. Reflect on the profound changes you've experienced in terms of power and control. Reevaluate your long-term goals and the structures that support them. Use this time to release what no longer serves your highest purpose. On the 2nd, Mars in Gemini squares Neptune in Pisces. This transit is challenging as it creates tension between your desires and the reality of achieving them. You might feel uncertain about how to move forward with your goals. Be cautious of potential deception, either from others or from self-delusion. Prioritize gaining clarity and avoid making impulsive decisions. On the 3rd of September, the new moon in Virgo. This transit is neutral, marking a time for fresh starts and setting new intentions. Focus on practical and achievable goals for the upcoming cycle. Use the energy of the new moon to organize your plans and set clear intentions. Engage in activities that support your health and overall well-being. Please watch my comprehensive video of the new moon in Virgo and its effect on each sun, moon and rising sign. Please stay tuned in for the tarot reading to follow. Big Cat Wave! Namaste! Grand Rising Big Cat Water Signs. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for messages for your next 7 days. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Big Cat Wave. Let's dive right in and unpack. Oh, you have the energy of a double two, darling dears. The good, the golly, and the gosh, darling dears. The energy of the two itself, it speaks about you being on some kind of adventure at this moment in time. This could be a business venture, or you may be traveling. It says that it's going to be an extremely fortunate period for you at this moment in time. You'll be getting gifts, unexpected good news. If you've got business plans, they'll be going well. Travel plans, as I said, will be going well. It also speaks about you being more uplifting. It could also speak about you utilizing meditation as a form of mindfulness. Okay. So the energy of the double four, darling dears, which is a 2, it tells me that you're a builder, okay? It's about you manifesting some kind of stable structure or security in your life. It also speaks about you're working on your home, your finances, your physical body. It's about you wanted to invest more in yourself, or possibly investing in a business or some form of real estate. It speaks about wealth, darling dears, being solid. Think of it as the 4 corners of a house. They're solid, right? Okay. So the energy of the 4 is 4, or the life path number 22. This tells me that you are indeed the builder. Build it and they will come. Okay, then you may be a life path 4, which is a 4, 13, 22, or 31. It's represented by the letters D, M, V. It's ruled by Uranus, which rules Aquarius, and it's the letters D, M, T. Uranus also, the number 4 is also ruled by the South Node. So something in your karmic past or in your early years you're trying to work through, or you're about to overcome. Why? Because you're being a strategist at this moment in time, a natural planner. Your luckiest numbers are 3, 6, and 9. Your luckiest days will be Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Avoid the numbers 1, 3, 5, and 9. It's supported by the astrological aspect of a square. So this conflict, darling dears, it was extremely powerful. It created a lot of frustration, but it also brings around that big T word. What's that? Transformation, darling dears. Transformation. Okay. The energy of the builder, it tells me that you're a problem solver, darling dears, and it's about your long game. I just said the word solder. Freudian slip meant to come out. Somebody was trying to keep a situation together that should be set asunder, darling dears. I know solder means joined together, but the way I said it, it was meant to be apart. Message for someone. Okay. It's telling me to organize your strengths, darling dears. Work with your strengths, not with your weaknesses. This is the time where you're going to be avoiding a lot of stress, finding ways to meditate, unwind, go within, as I said before. It tells me that you're extremely innovative. You're seeking some kind of a freedom, because Uranus is the planet of sudden change. Okay. Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury, so it embodies all of Mercury, but it also speaks about moving forward, things being different. It could also speak about societal change or changes within your own self. Something to do with electricity. Maybe you're utilizing the internet, or you should be careful around electricity over the next 7 days. It's about someone is trying to join their own consciousness to a group consciousness, to the universe, darling dears. Listen, you're tapping in any way you can, darling dears. You've got to do what you've got to do. Okay. So the energy of the double two, darling dears, You're about to assume some kind of position of leadership, whether that's in a business, in your school, college or university, your job, your community. You're about to take on this more powered up role. It could be for a new job. Again, electricity, internet, okay, Uranus, sudden change, not expecting it, or you was expecting it and you're going to get more than you bargained for. The energy of the double 2 is telling me you are about to receive a wish, darling dears. Something is granted to you by the what? Universe, darling dears. Okay. Looking at the energy of the 1, don't make any major decisions until after the next new moon, which will be on the 3rd of September in Virgo. Okay, I've put out that new moon reading, so please go ahead and watch it to see what energies are at your disposal during that time. The energy of the double 4 speaks about your wealth, darling. There's prosperity as well as your self-worth. Everything is all tied together. So it tells me that your power colors will be purple, green and gold over the next 7 days, darling dears. You are also in a southeastwardly direction. Maybe you live there or you're about to go there. This is also air energy, darling dears. And again, yes, you are a water sign, but you're going to be using your cranium, darling dears, gaining new knowledge, taking action when the time is right. Remember, tap into your inner self, darling dears, and you'll know when to act and when to watch. Set your intentions, darling dears, because you are engaging your cranium over the next 7 days. We have the element of a 3, darling dears. This is tongue wrestling, discord, arguments. It's always people outside of yourselves that sees the changes that you're making, or where the trajectory your life path is taking, and they're going to try and stop you, darling dears. It's a reminder for you to what? Remain silent, darling dears. Move in silencio. You're building a foundation. It could also represent building a home for yourself, darling dears. Yeah. And someone ain't going to like it, darling dears. They're not going to like it. Because you're about to experience, again, Uranus energy, sudden, dramatic changes over the next 7 days. Let's dive right in. And well, someone don't like it. Listen, okay. They don't like what's going on with you, darling dears. They want to discuss it. They want to talk about it. Let's get both decks out. So they don't like that you're about to make a major change, creating some kind of foundation, new structure in your life. They don't want you to manifest something, darling dear. They, them and that's who they are. They, them and Divine is telling you to continue to what? Tap into your intuition. Listen to your higher self, darling dears. Don't be taken in by anybody's sob story or someone causing an argument, right? You disgust me. I think this says it all, darling dears. They disgust you, okay? They disgust you. In case you're trying to forget, I will hypnotize you. You are disgusted by them. You weren't expecting that, was you? No, you wasn't. Yeah. Base of the deck, darling dears. Underestimated your gangster, darling dears. So someone took you for a dummy bat. Feeble-minded, a simpleton, right? Oh, and it's possibly a third party in a situation that's jealous of this new foundation, something that you're using your intuition for. And they are disgusting you, darling dears. They disgust you. You disgust them. You disgust them. Gosh, I couldn't be around someone that I knew that I discussed them. Good golly and gosh. Ooh, child. Anyhow, let's to the decks. No, let's go to the oracle message to see what it says about you today. Okay. Give it a good shifty. Those cards weren't going together, so someone really is disgusted by someone's behavior, their words, their actions, everything, darling dears. Who could it be? Yeah, divine consciousness is on the energy of a 49, darling dears. Divine consciousness is the number 963, right? The crown chakra, darling dears. This is about you utilizing higher wisdom again, using your intuition, darling dears. Let it be your guide. Someone underestimated, slept on you, darling dears, didn't know that you would get a higher knowledge. It also speaks about somebody who criticized you, disregarded whatever you felt sacred, whatever you was mindful about, darling dears. This person made you feel disconnected from spirit. This is sun energy, darling dears. Big cat sun energy. Sun energy is about your willpower. It's also about your masculine energy. You may be a masculine in this situation. You felt like your willpower was taken in a situation. But it's about you gaining stamina, darling. As I said, you are creating a foundation for yourself. This is your connection to the divine, darling dears, to your higher self. You're getting enlightenment over the next 7 days. And that enlightenment is going to bring sudden change. Uranus energy. Base of the deck again. We are in the what? Cosmos, darling dears. The crown chakra, right? Ideas, sparks, conception, and impulse. So this is about you being inspired at this moment in time. Moving forward. Okay. Something to do with the summer months, or well, we're on the tail end of the summer months at this moment in time, so something's going on at this moment in time. You're feeling inspired. This is all part of your spiritual journey. Again, your connection to your crown chakra, darling dears, learning new levels of wisdom and enlightenment. Okay, this inspiration could also speak about a mutual attraction, someone coming towards you, but someone disgusts you, and the third party is jealous. Party or parties. Okay, to the decks. Let's get a deck I haven't used. This one. Base of the deck. Someone's crying into their fist, or you was. Nine of Swords. You was in a situation where you felt very constricted, being watched, darling dears, by mouth breathers. Lean in, bestie. Lean in. This also speaks about despair, a great level of despair. For some, this is someone that was in some form of entanglement. One's energy, especially the inspiration, the energy of the 4 and 6, could speak about a soul tie, darling dear. Somebody was trapped in a situation, but they're about to overcome that situation. Yeah, coming out of depression, darling dears, finding a new direction, relying on the being guided by the cosmos itself, darling dears, itself. Okay. Yeah, you was in misery in a situation, darling dears. Let's dive right in and ask, what's the problem? What's the problem? Because this indeed is a transformative time for you, darling dears. Especially with Uranus, this planet going yeah, it's going to cause you, it's going retrograde on the 1st of September. Okay, so it's going to be causing you to do a reassessment of things going on in your life, darling. There's things that are not working for you, putting things down, moving away from situations. Okay, so my first question will be your relationships. How are your relationships going? It could be your one-to-one relationships, a business relationship, a partner, whatever. How is your relationships going? Because you discussed me right there next to a third party. If this ain't skullduggerous, I don't know what skullduggery is. Base of the deck, darling dears. Somebody wanting to be more free. Again, this is Mercury energy as well as Uranus energy, darling dears, coming out here strong. You want to be free of a situation, darling dears. We've got the flower of life behind you. It's also a seed, darling dears. Remember, I told you that. Base of the deck, we got the World card. You're ending out a cycle. Listen, when we see major arcana coming straight out around your relationships and everything, you're putting down a situation. The Wheel of Fortune, the 21, as well as the Fool, the beginning, from the beginning to end, darling dears. Somebody's definitely over a situation. They're extremely disgusted by the person or people in this situation. World card speaks about what? Finito. It's over, but someone is still watching you, darling dears. They are not content that you have a fresh start or you're building some kind of stable foundation for you. World card is Earth as well as Saturn energy, as well as the fixed signs of Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So it's telling me that you were slow to tackle whatever this issue has been for you within this relationship, friendship, business, partnership, whatever. It took you a while, darling dear. You was there for some time. Okay, but you're leaving a situation. Somebody's coming in to help you in this situation. There will be an age difference. The World card also speaks about people spying on you, people watching what you've got going on, but you are making wise choices. Why? Because you've been going within your intuition. Okay. Tell me something more about this relationship. Oh, these two wanted to come out. Yeah, King of Pentacles. You want to be free, darling dears. It also speaks about your loyalty is no longer tied to a past situation. This is you amassing your whatever you have at hand, your pentacles, your Skrilla.com, darling dears, your money. It's about you taking a risk and a leap of faith towards your heart fulfillment, or your most deepest desires, your wants, darling dears. Leaving a circumstance or situation behind. You was loyal in a situation, loyal to a situation where you was dealing with a fool. Yeah, a tree sloth. You're leaving a circumstance and a situation behind. We've got cups and we've got pentacles out here. Okay, listen, you're not leaving anything behind that you need to take with you. What about your friendships? What are we going to get underneath the floor? What about your friendships? This is discovering of yourself, darling, and it's also relying on yourself, whether you are male or female. When we see the King of Pentacles, it could also speak about a new partner or someone of support coming into your life. Okay. Well, the energy of 4 is about your self-worth, darling dears. Okay. These cards are taking long to go through. Tell me some energy about the Fool. Let's give it another shofty. We have the Hierophant, darling dears. Listen, you've got 3 out of 5 major arcana out here. Hierophant is about going... Somebody's also going to be taking a leap of faith. You're going to go into some form of formal training. It could also be someone going into religious studies or spirituality. But this is a new beginning for you, darling dears. Maybe you're stepping outside of the comfort of the fishbowl and going to the ocean of spirituality. It also speaks about you being looked upon as a leader, some kind of a teacher. Maybe you're teaching someone a lesson over the next 7 days. Base of the deck, you are the red light, green light champion. If you're applying for a job, it will be yours, darling dears. The energy of the 3 is about your growth, you being recognized as a major craftsperson in your field. It's about acceptance within a group, moving forward. Yeah, what you're seeking is seeking you, straight under the King of Cups. If this is a relationship you're looking for, someone has a soulmate on the table, darling dears. Yes, you kissed a lot of frogs, 7 of Pentacles in the reverse, in order to find yourself a true prince. Okay. Yeah, you're no longer investing in a situation, darling dears. You wasn't able to be yourself. 9 of Cups in the upright. You're being gifted a genie in the bottle from the universe, darling dears, filled with abundance. And abundance comes in many levels, darling dears. Not just the Skrilla.com, the money. Abundance of knowledge. Abundance of having loyalty around you. How about that, bestie? How about that? Base of the deck, 6 of Cups. Somebody would like to come back to your situation. Someone who is a fool in this situation. This person, you may have been married to them. Hierophant energy. Somebody would like to come back. They're having a bit of nostalgia, darling dears. But we've got the red light, green light champion. No, you've done the rodeo with them, darling dears. And quite frankly, you already said you disgust me. Moving on. Clarify the 3 of Pentacles underneath the World card. This new beginning that you're going towards, darling dears. Yes, we've got the what? Page of Swords. Yeah, you may be going into a new field, darling dears, or you're bringing new knowledge to a field. The Page of Swords speaks about your curiosity. You may have progeny involved in this situation, darling dears. We've got the King of Cups. Okay, underneath the 2 of Cups. This is about you mastering your emotions, darling dears, but it could also be about you what? Focusing. Somebody has an exam that they're going to be taking right next to the formal education. It's going to go extremely well. It will be opening new doors for you over the next 7 days. We've got the 7 of Cups, darling dears, telling you to choose wisely. We now have what? 2 sevens on the tableau, darling dears, telling you to what? Enjoy life, darling dears. As I said, you kissed many a frog and you made many a bad business deal, or bad financial plan, whatever it was, darling dears, you're moving forward with the bag. Definitely leaving a situation behind. Ace of Pentacles is new opportunities. Pentacles also represent property. It represents mental health. Maybe you are having a look at your mental health, darling dears. Temperance, because you wasn't quite straight when you was around certain people. It wasn't balanced, darling dears. It also speaks about what? No respect. No respect. Okay, wherever that came from. Okay. Yeah. You're going to leave behind trauma and drama once and for all, moving away from a bad situation, darling dears. Four of Pentacles, where this house was never a home. There was no stability where you was. None. But you're about to build your own stability. Yeah, but again, somebody wants to fight with you, darling dears. Yeah. They don't want you to leave them out in the cold. They don't want to be out there like Easter Island and Stevie Wonder, darling dears. They would love to come back in. High Priest energy. You better remember that this is the person that caused all of the depression. Remember that. She's naive. Split the deck. Yeah. What's this? Page of Pentacles. Two pages on the tablet. You may have two progeny involved. In the reverse, this is a lying liar. Someone who's emotionally manipulative, darling dears. Okay. And a P could represent a teenager, someone small. Yeah, a small person. That's a liar. Right? This was the key to your cage, darling dears. This is what you're seeking over the next 7 days. True freedom, darling dears. And again, it's the solar plexus energy, darling dears. The 528 Mars energy. It's telling me that your confidence, your self-esteem, your personal power, everything is wrapped up in you taking this leap of faith. Are you prepared to listen to your intuition? Go towards what's going to work for you? Are you? Oh, that's a lot of cards on the floor. Oh, wow. Let's get these cards off the floor. We've got the Page of Wands. You've got good news coming towards you, darling dears. You've got the Queen of Swords, the Hermit, and the Wheel. Yeah, the best decision you ever made, darling dears. It speaks about a new home, a new car, maybe even a mobile home. It speaks about foreign people, foreign and travel as well. Travel is also highlighted for you, darling dears. The Hermit's energy is what? The betrayal you had around you, darling dears. Yeah, you had some dirty feet around you, but this is moving away from the situation. Again, the spiritual light is being shone on you, whether you're joining a religious or a spiritual institution. It's the best decision you ever made. Yeah, it's all part of your fate, your destiny, and your good luck. There's also a chance of what? A win of some money. If you're speculating with your funds, please only use what you can afford to lose. Remember, I told you that. This is your chance of a new beginning, darling dears, overcoming some kind of karma and utilizing your rebel energy to get what you truly want. Let the next 7 days be the what? The start of something big. Foreign people and foreign lands are definitely highlighted as you move through what? The cycles of life. And whoever's disgusting you, let them stay where they are, blood. The third party or parties are jealous. On that note, I drops me mic. To love to my Teesprings, my Patreon, and my TikToks, where I also upload videos. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, big cat wave. Until we meet again. On these tarot streets, cat, 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 cat.